up, though?
What up, though?
Thank you guys for stopping by to
Yes, of course.
Clink. We are your hosts,
Cameron.
and Kay.
Well, Cam.
Cam and Kay here. We're your hosts.
Gave you my government.
Right. Yeah. So y'all, like, yeah, I'm in my lounge clothes, girl, because how many people out there you are like me? Your allergies are just acting a fool. I know mine are, and yeah, so I'm comfortable.
Well, I hope you feel better, girl, because I'm clear and clear. And honey, this is something I threw on when I'm hunting, Sean. I'm not grabbing and go. Hey, but the crazy part about it is we both have on black.
We do.
We always do that.
We do.
Okay.
Unintentionally. It just happens that way sometimes.
Yes, and I'm really hoping that my sister girl get clearer and clear.
Yeah, y'all.
You can pay us for that sound bite right there. So we just want to say hello. We want you to like, comment,
and subscribe to All Things Cam and K. That's our channel on YouTube.
Yes.
And there you can find us. We do recaps of reality shows and TV shows on Tuesdays. And then on Thursdays, we have our sip and chats. Conversations.
Sipping and chatting.
Okay. So, girl, okay. So, y'all know we are reviewing Love and Marriage Detroit episode 10. This is the last epi.
The last one.
Thank God.
Well, you know, it has been a journey, but, you know, we are tried and true, and we stay till the end. We marathon runners. We're going to stay to the end so we can bring you great content.
Yeah.
And just
so we can make a better judgment, you know, of the whole thing. So you can't just watch a couple of them and then be like, it's trash. Even though it could be trash.
It was a little muddy water there for a minute, though.
Girl.
We were almost, no, we weren't really. It was more of people commenting. They were like, okay, y'all going to keep on doing it?
Right.
And we were like, yes, we're going to do it to the end. So, you know,
to the bitter.
So even if they don't watch it, they holler at us to give them the scoop on what's going on. So this episode is called Wish Upon a Star Factory.
That's a little better.
Wish upon a star. Okay. To find out where you are.
Okay.
We still got it, girl. Okay. So we open up with this with Brandon and his mother. Mm-hmm. And Brandon is being emotionally vulnerable as he is sitting with the therapist talking to his mother about his father.
His dad, and he's thinking that he did not want to connect with Brandon. That's what Brandon thought, right? Isn't that what he said about his daddy?
Yeah, he was saying that he didn't want to have the same relationship with his mom that he did his dad because he felt like his father didn't feel like he wanted to be bothered.
Yes.
He said his father would call him and ask him for different things, as our older parents do. Mm-hmm. And he just didn't feel connected to him. And he felt bad. He feels bad now that, you know, hindsight is always 20/20. So I think that this is just really something touchy. And it's a good filler to show all of us that when we do have our parents, we need to be there for them. And, you know, sometimes, I mean, we're all learning. We don't always get it right, but he has a chance to get it right with his mom. And I'm glad that he's reaching out to her to try to make amends so that they can have a better relationship
Right. Because he said that his mother she has like their conversations are like very transactional. Mm-hmm. And mom was like, he doesn't have to call every day.
Yeah, because she said she talks to some of her friends whose daughters, most of the time, daughters call their mothers every day. Sons, not so much now unless you're just exceptional. But for the most part, sometimes when people grow up, they just don't call their parents. But just a little public service announcement. When your parents get older, you need to call and check on them because if you don't, that's how people get scammed and schemed on and stuff because nobody is making sure that they're good. You got to take care of them when they older, like they took care of us when we were younger.
Right, and Brandon agreed to that too. He was like, yeah, because the doctor asked. He was like, I'm cool with not, calling every day.
He was like, I don't want to talk to nobody every day.
He said that, yep.
Ding, because I feel like that too sometimes. Sometimes, it's a lot going on. But he just was saying that him and his mom needed to work on the relationship, and I'm just glad that he's trying.
Yeah, and the therapist said that that his relationship with his mom, of course, impacts the relationship with his wife. Ladies, it's really good to date a man who has a good relationship with his mama.
Yeah.
Because I dated one who did not, and you could tell the difference versus now who, he has a great relationship with his mom, and I love it, and you can tell, because of how he treats me, it's different, and that's very key. I'm not saying that all men who don't have a relationship, but it could be something in there, because like the therapist said, that really does impact your relationship with the woman that you're dating or someone that you're going to marry.
Yeah, and that is so true. But we're not talking about that dysfunctional stuff like where she think that she his girlfriend and she don't want him to talk to nobody.
Girl,
then
no,
might have
yeah,
to just
that's crazy.
let them have that. But we thought it was I thought it was wonderful that he's trying to do the work so he'll have a better relationship with his wife and his children because he has 2 daughters.
Yep, and the therapist told mom that she needs to create the opportunity to open up herself, because she's been closed off for so long. So I thought that was good advice for her.
So it's wonderful. They hugged it up. They agreed, and they are going to continue therapy, which is awesome because in our community we do need therapy.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. So what do you think about the Harper Ray storefront? That little store is so cute.
It's right up the street from me. I'm gonna have to stop in there.
Oh no, we should go together, girl.
Okay, yeah.
And get us some Harper Ray accessories.
I was like, oh, I know where that is. Like, that's right up the street in the little complex. Yeah. Yeah. So
I thought it was really cute how Christine was doing the Detroit influencer mixer.
Yeah.
I thought that was really creative, even though Kobe did say that they wanted to collab and do something like that. But
you saw her face though when Dr. Toya brought up, she said you should do you and Kobe could collab. She was like,
Christine she don't want to collab. It's I mean, we just gotta call a spade it is, kind of like she wants the everything for herself, but now I kind of am starting to understand her because she's an artist, so she's used to being the only one because she was a solo artist, so she wants to be the center of attention.
But Kobe was like in her confessional, she was like, "Yeah, no, we're not at that point right now." So
yeah, but I just don't understand why people can't just agree to disagree. But then again, if somebody was acting kind of cold, it's like you can't call me your sis, and then when we together, you are acting cold towards me or indifferent. Sisters may not agree, but they talk about things. Like Kay and I are not sisters, and if we disagree, we talk about it. Right. Get it over with, and then maybe next time,
right?
Just let it go.
But what do you think about what Toya said that she don't know where she stands with Christina? She don't know where she stands with her at the moment.
Because Christina never gives a definitive answer, and then everything is always left open-ended. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, you feel that way, but okay, we can talk about this later. And sometimes you just need to talk about it, get it over with, so you can move on. You can never move on if you don't have closure. Or come to understanding, because at least with Anthony and Brandon, if they don't agree, they agree to disagree and they move on. It might come back up, but they're still agreeing to disagree and moving on and pushing past and handling business. Yeah. And I didn't understand why you are saying that's your friend, your sis, but then you don't want to do business with her. But I love Kobe. Kobe, I have so much respect for
what
you.
She said to Christina.
Yes, you are so mature.
She's the bigger person.
And God is truly in your heart, because I could really feel that she just really wants to just be at peace.
Yeah, I have that. Kobe says it's enough for all of them to eat. I'm the same way. I'm like, it's enough money out here for everybody to eat and make bread, so.
And Bravo's wife said the same thing. She's like, y'all can do it together. But again, Christine gave the cold shoulder. She never answered. She just kind of looked like, well, we're not there yet. What does there have to get to? I mean, anyway.
So we all saw what Kobe had on, right? She had her little ponytail, right?
She looked so cute.
And she had like this blazer with,
beige,
blazer with matching like shorts and like that. She had like a crop top.
She had like a black. And
some gym shoes. So the next scene, when it shows, somebody stepping out the car in the gym shoes, the same thing. I have to do a double take. I'm like, is that Kobe? I'm like, oh, that's Christina.
But Kobe is the Kobe cat. Now we have a Christina clone because
They
she
cloned
cloned. Christine took Kobe's whole look,
whole girl, whole look,
everything. I'm like, dang,
Whole
the ponytail.
girl. You know, it's like I was like, am I having deja vu? I was like, no, that's I literally had to go like this, like that's Christina,
Right? And it was like,
I'm like, same thing.
so to me, is there a little envy on Christine's part? Because we just got to understand Kobe's husband is fine. They are a great looking couple. They got it going on. And it's just weird. But I like the fact that Bravo's wife Christina kept saying in the scene before that everybody can win. It's enough for everybody to eat. Lakita.
Okay.
And then when she came with the same exact look as Kobe at the mixer, I was like, that was weird to me. Cause like me and Kay are friends, and a lot of times we have a lot of similar pieces, but they're usually a different color. We never had something exactly. But we do like the same fashion. Because of course, I'm gonna just say this disclaimer. Kay used to dress me because she is a great coordinator. She's a great shopper, and I love her. So boom.
Thank you.
But it was weird. So
so they hold the auditions and for the showcase, and Naja, what the hell did she have on?
She looked like she had on some.
I know what she had on, but why?
That was that like that. I don't know what's up with the young women nowadays. They have on that. I want to call it beauty supply clothes. I'm just saying they have on little bitty stuff like girls. It looked like beauty supply clothes. And then when she came in, you know, they introduced that new guy, Kenny Valentino. And he was there. Bravo came to evaluate not just
Christina, and Christina. She looking like. But my thing is, you know, she was sizing her up. You know, she was.
How do you have a rehearsal the day before? If you having a rehearsal for a showcase, well, that's the way it was said. You rehearsed for weeks. And was I impressed with Naja? Not at all. Yeah. I just thought, you know, you need time to develop your artist before you have a showcase. And I would have liked to have seen that development. But moving forward,
Christina gave her some little tips.
What you think about her? Girl, she just want to sing so bad. She What you should have done is you started at the bottom of the kid now. I mean, come on. She was trying to, and now she was looking at her like, girl, bye. I just felt like if Brandon is the vocal coach, so let him coach. Yeah. And if he's pleased with her, she's only doing what he's taught her. And if she needs more training, then he needs to find a vocal coach that he feels that would fit her. Or Naja, you can find your own. Shirley Smith. She's an excellent vocal coach. You got to put them in a little shameless plug at a Journey Music Studios in Southfield. Yes. So
Kobe and
Russell and Kobe
walking their dog in the neighborhood.
That is a big old dog. I was like, woo.
I'm not a dog person, y'all.
He look like he's slobber. He look like he
Right, but
he was gentle though.
Yeah, so they're walking and talking and walking the dog. And you know, she wants to do couple counseling, and you know, he agrees. So he was basically saying like, "Oh, so I was right?" And she was like, "Yes, babe, you were right."
But he in turn let her know that she was right, because that little gym situation, they didn't want to turn over the financials.
Right. She was like, "See, you would have just come to me at first. I could have said."
But I love the way that they communicate. Yeah. They don't try to dog each other. It's always that love there that you can tell that they really love and respect each other, and they handle each other really well. I really like that. And I like that Kobe was mature enough to say she thought it would be beneficial for them to go to counseling.
That's very mature.
And Russell agreed.
Yeah, that's very mature.
And she's very pretty. She didn't have on like a stitch of makeup, and she was so pretty. Yeah. Kobe, you are so pretty. But when you put your makeup on, you are flawless. Yeah. But you are a naturally pretty girl.
She is.
You really are.
Yeah. So, so Dr. Toya and Anthony, they say that they are loving in the space that they are now, and that they came a long way. And I said, and I like how Toya basically Wait a minute. Go ahead and say something.
I was like, I love how they show their family. They have two sons
Okay.
and a little girl. But the thing I didn't, well, I'm not going to say what I didn't like, but that little boy was not healed after getting stretched. If his ankle was hurt, it was hurting. Let the boy sit out of practice. Sometimes as parents, when we do sports, it's okay for them to miss a practice if they're hurt or having to sit on the bench, because he did look like he was hurt a little bit.
So I love how Toya, because I like Brandon and Toya's dynamic as well. I like how Toya says, "Tell me
You
what
mean
you need."
Anthony and Toya?
Yeah, what I say, Brandon?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I'm sorry, Toya. I am
Brandon
so
on the
sorry,
brain.
girl. So I like how she said to her husband, Anthony. She said, "Let me know what you need from me to support you." I'm like, that's how you do it, ladies.
Yes,
that's how you do it.
Just tell me.
Tell me what
I
I need to do to
assume.
support you, because she said you supported me, and she said I want to do the same for you.
You want to reciprocate the love that she receiving.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's powerful.
That is.
That's very powerful.
That is.
I like the fact how she told him when he says stuff a certain way, how it bothers her. Communication is so key. So I'm glad to see that they are communicating so much better.
They are.
Okay, now we go to the showcase
at Society
Detroit. It was like outside.
One Dope Showcase. That's the name it was called. One Dope Showcase.
One. Brandon was talking. Nigel came. All the women showed up. They all had on the same color. And Christine was like, okay, well, maybe we all connected more than I thought. And I was just curious to see in the next scene, was she going to have on a black and white dress with a green blazer like Kobe? But we don't know. We'll find out that at the reunion.
Well, how about when Brandon was in his confessional? I didn't agree with him. He says that Anthony tried everything in his power to not make it happen. I'm like, that's BS. Because he did not. He wasn't trying to sabotage it. He really want to make money.
I think both of them just wanted their own way.
They did.
Instead of them sitting
they're
down.
like two bulls, bumping.
Because you know how men can be.
Yeah.
But Anthony, I'm just glad Anthony didn't get up in his face. And probably next time make sure he got a little man. Because that last time it was real close. I was like, Lord,
too close.
Oh
yes, it's too close.
Naja came in kind of late and complaining like it's hot. It's the summer.
It's outside, boo.
And what you think about her little ensemble?
What?
Little pearls. She had like.
I wasn't really checking for the ensemble. I was too busy. I'm like listening to her. Then she mess up.
She needed some more practice, especially when you're on that large. She probably was nervous because when you're on that large,
will get the best of you. So
when you're on that large platform. Overall, I think she has a nice look, but she just needs to be more polished.
She does. So Lyrique walks in, and then Brandon is heated. He thought he made himself clear. I'm like, he's like, I thought I made myself clear. You're not supposed to be here.
But it's a public place. You can't tell nobody what to do. Anybody can show up at any time.
Right.
Because what you gonna do? Have security put him out? I mean, come on.
But Anthony already told him he's coming, so he's not a little boy. Come on, it's just because he's part of it as well.
Well, Reed comes in and he goes straight to Christine and
Christine.
I was like, oh, and Kobe was peeping, and she's like, why is this man all in her?
She's like, and she all smiling, and she was like, their energy. She's like, is he an ex or something?
Well, earlier, Brenda did ask her about Lyrique, and she was like, yeah, he was trying to holler at me, but I wasn't interested in him.
But you couldn't tell because she was just grinning from ear to ear. And like you said, Kobe even peeped it from across the way.
She's like, what's that?
So Brandon peeped.
And Brandon, I didn't like how he just like shied away from the situation at first. Like he was just like really uncomfortable, and you could tell he was really uncomfortable. But maybe he had to walk away to collect his thoughts. I'm gonna just say that. Maybe that's what that was.
So Rick told Christina to give him one song because he was like, how come you ain't out there singing? She was like, boy, I'm not, hurt that. Yeah, right. I couldn't tell. And so he's like, just give me one song. And she gives him some play. Like, okay. But my thing is, see, this is not making sense to me. If you stop, like you said, working with him because he's trying to push up on you, you're a married woman now. So why you all gung ho now? What's the difference?
What's the difference? Because I would have, once somebody makes me feel uncomfortable and we didn't get a resolution, because she never said like they had a resolution. She said she felt weird and uncomfortable.
Right.
Then I wouldn't necessarily want to work with somebody. And then the like little side comments that like Reek was making were not appropriate anyway. It kind of made it seem like it was more to it than it was.
Right. So what do you think about the little confrontation that Brandon had with like Ricky? Was like, I heard you was like, you was poaching my clients, bro. He was like, I heard people say that, you were saying that once you come over here, I can do it better and all that kind of stuff. And then like Rick was like, I don't remember all that. So they just agreed to disagree.
Everybody wants to agree to disagree.
Right.
It's like in music, it's not. If somebody thinks that you're hot, they may say, "Hey, let me do a song with you," like he's told her. But I don't know. I don't know what's up with Lyric right now. I think that I know that he is a music producer. He is an actor himself. That so hey, I've heard that he is a decent music guy, but I've also heard of Brandon and Star Factory. But I like the fact that Anthony and Brandon came together at the end. They hugged it up, and that all the men and everybody was there to support each other to say, "Yo, we really did pull this off." So it was a great example of what we can do when we come together. So hopefully, Christine will take notes and see that we can all win instead of thinking that she has to be do things
and
just the way she wants.
Right. And Brandon and Lyric both agreed to produce a song for Christina. So like we said, we saw this coming episodes ago. I'm like, okay, so she's gonna write. Right. So
I'm looking forward to the reunion,
girl.
When the recap, I was like, "Ooh!"
And Carlos is so messy. I love it. I love it. He was like, "Do you think Christina was putting on for the cameras?"
Yes.
And it was interesting to me. I want to hear more because remember when the little snippet, Kobe was like, "We haven't talked since we stopped filming."
So it ain't too much sisters. It just seems like sometimes people, when you have these shows, people go in, I think, to try to build. Everybody got their heart is different. You never know what somebody really is for, but clearly Christina all about herself. She wanted to get what she got to get done or whatever. And they always think someone's out for them. I hope that they do go to counseling about that because everybody is not out for you.
Ain't nobody checking for you like that. Like really, nobody really.
That's all in your head.
Like what?
Yeah.
So that was the end of episode 10. That's the end of the series. So we
1 to 10.
Yeah,
we finished.
Yay. But this reunion, woo.
We want to hear it. We hear all the tea.
All the tea. And so just go ahead and if you want to submit a show for us to review one day, just hit us up on our email, and that's all things camandk@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And remember, like, share,
and subscribe.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about this reunion next week. Huh?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so have your drinks ready because we're going to go in.
All the way in, girl.
Catch you next time on Clink.
Bye.
Bye-bye.